Are you ready to break through any barrier or limiting belief holding you back? Ready to embrace your full potential and achieve your greatest success? Ready to get noticed and become the champion you were born to be? Then buckle up, because you've come to the right place. Greetings, champions. Master Coach Rich Grogan here, ready to rock your world with some right hooks of reality and warrior confidence tips. So buckle up that chin strap and let's get ready to roll. It's No Quit November. And the whole essence of this whole month, this show, everything we're doing, is all about giving you the power, the belief, the inspiration, motivation, that self-confidence to believe in yourself, to do what others aren't willing to do, to not give up when others tend to give up. Because No Quit November, I'm not quitting on you. I don't want you quitting on yourself. Well, this is episode number 385, and I titled this one, Fighting for Every Inch, Building That Never Quit Mindset. Now, how do you build that never quit mindset? Well, you got to start by realizing you got to be willing to do the things that others aren't willing to do, which in a nutshell is not giving up when life clocks you with a right hook of reality, when life knocks you down, when life gives you not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 setbacks, but some days and sometimes, some weeks, some months, it just seems like you cannot win. You just keep getting hit and dropped and hit and dropped. Well, unfortunately, most people usually give up after 1 or 2 knockdowns. Not you. It's No Quit November. I believe in you. I've been knocked down more times than I care to admit. I've had far more failures than I have success. But I tell you what, those failures build. Not good. I mean, there's times when I want to give up and quit. There's times when I think about what the heck am I doing here? Yeah, even doing this show just to get this one going, had all kinds of problems with the camera, with our computer. There seems to always be something that's saying, man, why are you really doing this? Well, I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it because, well, I've got a lot of battles and challenges that I've overcome. I've got a lot of shortcomings. I've got a lot of failures. And I'm going to share those with you. But most importantly, I'm going to share you how I overcame those. It's almost like building a bridge, right? We're here. Our goals are over here. And that bridge isn't quite done yet. Every time we think it's done, we fall off the bridge, or there's a pothole in the bridge, or we get distracted and off path. We're going to keep working together on that. Now, just because I'm over here now doesn't mean I've got another bridge I'm going to build to get to the next level. That's continuously learning, growing, not giving up. Because what kind of person would I be if I just said, okay, I've accomplished enough. I'm not going to work for anything else. I'm good right where I'm at. And well, of all the years of coaching and the businesses and the martial arts academy and playing hockey, coaching hockey, being a parent, there's a lot of failures in there. There's also a lot of lessons learned. And that's what I'm here to share with you. So this message, well, if you see the new wall, check that baby out. And if you're just listening on a podcast, you have to go to our YouTube channel and check it out. Just redid the wall. Warrior Confidence Hockey. This message is universal. It's for everybody. But I'm niching down, focusing down for hockey players, parents, coaches, and leaders to help, well, this month, No Quit November. Next month, what's it going to be? You'll find out soon. But it's all about me sharing stories with you to help empower you, to motivate you, to inspire you to reach that next level. And that's something I tell the hockey players all the time. I'm like, look, regardless where you're at right now, maybe you're JV, maybe you're varsity, maybe you're D3 or D2 or D1, wherever you're at. My goal is to get you to that next level, but I can't do it for you. I can inspire you. I can empower you. I can share all the wisdom with you. I can motivate you, get you all pumped up. I can tell you what to do, how to do it. But at the end of the day, you got to be willing to do it. And the same thing. And I know a lot of teenagers don't listen to podcasts. I get that. But I encourage you, if you find value in this message and our other messages, have them listen to it in the car, going to a game, going to practice. It's going to inspire and motivate them. I mean, especially this episode, we're talking about fighting every inch, fighting for every inch, and building that no-quit mindset. So I always like to start off with an engagement question. And it's kind of your right, get my right hand, boom. I always say a right hook of reality and a left uppercut of truth. And that engagement question is, I want you to think of a time when you battled through, when you persevered, when you overcame, and inevitably when you succeeded. It probably didn't happen the first time. Maybe not even the second time. We've all got stories. We got countless stories. But I want you to think about a time when you, or even your kiddo there, if you're listening and you're a coach or you're a parent of a hockey player, maybe you're playing on a men's league yourself. Think about a time that you battled through, you overcame, you succeeded. You fought for every inch. You had that no quit, no give up mindset. And if you've had one of those, which we all have, drop a little fire emoji right there in the comments. Or if you want to tell us your story, by all means, please share the story, because your story can inspire and empower someone else. Got it? All right. So also like to start off, kind of explain a little story that, and then there's so many of them. This is probably the hardest part of me putting together my notes and stuff for a podcast, is narrowing down on one story to tell. Because, we all got countless stories. Yeah, which one fits right? And one of my greatest strengths is having a creative mind. One of my greatest weaknesses is having an overly active, too creative of a mind, I guess, simply because it's always all over the place. But that's kind of my cross I got to bear. So the story I kind of narrowed down to was the story of my youngest son, Emmett, when he was playing 10U hockey. And that means under 10, those that are outside the hockey realm. And it was one of his first years playing. He was called 10U Silver. It was all what we call ankle benders, brand new kids on the ice. Now, he'd done a couple public sessions before, but he never played the game before. And neither had all these other kids. So it was quite the task right off the bat. Now, we had our martial arts academy. I was always busy running that and this and that. So at first, my wife took him. And I said, well, I'll get there. Well, I got there and chatted with a coach. Before I know it, I'm on the ice helping, which I love to do. But these kids, I remember one of the first practices I attended, we called the kids over. And they all came over. And to take a knee, we're going to go over practice structure, practice plans, and just chat with them. Well, a couple kids were kneeled down, and the other kids came over as like a bowling ball, knocking down bowling pins, just wiped everybody out. And I said, all right, the first thing we're going to work on is teaching these kids how to stop. So there's where we're starting from, right? So fast forward a little bit. The season starts, and oh my gosh, are they getting lit up. I remember a couple games were 15-0, 14-1, and just getting blown out. Matter of fact, they ended up losing their first 9 games. But we're working hard in practice. We're having fun with them. We're inspiring them. We're pushing them to get better, because nobody likes to keep losing. And before you know it, the losses are getting a little bit better. It's now 9-2 or 8-3 or 7-5. Holy cow, we're getting there. And then we finally got that first win. And before we know it, we got rolling, baby. As a matter of fact, after losing those first 9 games, we only lost 2 games the rest of the season. Why? We were fighting. We were teaching them to battle for every square inch, having a good time at it, not getting down, but knowing the value of work ethic, having the right attitude, even at a young age, at 9 and 10 years old. So I tell you this because regardless where you're at or where your kiddo's at, 9 or 10 years old, 14 or 15, 18, 20, whatever your age is, 30, 40, 50, we can always make that decision. I'm going to fight. I'm going to scrap. I'm going to get better. Or we can say, oh, well, I guess I never get any better. If you have that attitude, well, I'm going to do everything I can to empower you and inspire you. But at the same time, it's like I tell the kids, the players, I can't do it for you. You got to make the choice. So anyway, the season, we start racking up those wins, and that's creating momentum. Keep moving. And we got into a tournament and other tournaments earlier in the season, and we didn't win a game. Like I mentioned, it was part of that 9-game losing streak. Well, I guess the first one after we started winning, we came in second. And after that, we won the next 2 tournaments, and we ended up winning the whole Missouri Hockey U10 in our division, the Silver Division Championship. How did that happen? Well, it happened just what I'm talking about here, fighting for that every square inch. Every time they were on the ice, we worked them hard, but we had a good time with them. And working hard, it's part of anything. You got to try and add some fun in there, regardless of what your job, what you do is. If you're not having fun with it, you're only going to be able to put forth so much effort. Same thing with working out. Working out's tough. You got to add some excitement in there, have some music in there, have a workout partner in there, something to change up the monotony and something to help in the mindset there, trigger that mindset, because it's easy to quit on yourself. However, when you've got a team, when you got a workout partner, when you've got others relying on you, most people end up quitting on themselves before they quit on the team because you're accountable. And that's kind of that mindset. And like I said, 9 and 10 years old. Now, it was watered down quite a bit for their age level and understanding, but it worked. It worked. And they went from, I like to say, in the outhouse to the penthouse. They went from dead last to champions of their division, of their league. Unbelievable. Now, just so happens, it was the same year St. Louis Blues, see my Stanley Cup memorabilia, they went from dead last on like January 3rd, dead last in the NHL, and they followed. I mean, I didn't have a chance to talk to the St. Louis Blues. I like to think I did. Maybe they were watching our U10 team. They went from dead last to winning their first Stanley Cup in Blues history. Woo! So what a great season that was. Both went from the penthouse or the outhouse to the penthouse, baby. And that's look, getting goosebumps here. I get goosebumps every time I talk about that. My kiddo now, he's 15. He's about ready to turn 16, and he's my youngest. I've got a 24-year-old and a 21-year-old, and now Emmett's going to turn 16 here next week. I can't believe it, and he'll be driving. Which, oh my gosh! But I'm happy for him, but it breaks my heart too because I really enjoy our times going to the rink. And he made varsity last year as a freshman goalie. He's the backup, but he's in the nets again, which I'm proud of him. He's only been in the nets like 3 seasons, but his work ethic, his attitude, his respect, his sportsmanship, and his willingness just to do what I'm talking about here has really helped him get to that next level. And there's other kids, other goalies that were far more talented, but the coach liked his attitude, liked his work ethic. And I'm telling you, that's the things I talk about all the time. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. So have that drive, have that work ethic. Good. All right, well, let's dive into our Warrior Confidence tips. And the first one is focus on, I wrote on here, focus on the next play. And what the next play is, it's kind of the next play in your life, the next thing you're going to be doing, the next practice, the next meeting at work, the next challenge that's inevitably going to come. Now, can you plan for every challenge? Can you plan for every setback? No, because sometimes just like a wham, a right hook of reality, they come out of nowhere. But you can focus on the next play. Focus on where you want to go. Meaning, once again, the kind of goal setting. You're here right now. Here's the bridge. You want over here. So you're going to focus on that next step, that next play to get there. So if you want your team to get better, we got to focus on what their struggles are, what areas they're lacking, what we can do to help them get to that next level. But as you know from listening, and if you're a new listener, thank you so very much. I promise I'm going to give you everything I got, every single show. Every single video you watch, it's on social media or the podcast, simply because I know how valuable time is. And the fact that you're taking time out of your day, precious time that you'll never get back, I promise, man, I'm going to give you everything I've got. And for our listeners that keep returning over and over and over again, thank you. I truly can't thank you enough. And if you haven't given us that 5-star review yet, now granted, we've earned it, man, please do so and share this with others. That's how we can continue to get higher in the search engines and continue to get the message out to others. But champions, on that road, going across that bridge, it's not like you're going to have you're not going to have, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, as Rocky says. It's not a direct path. It's not a straight path. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have failures, but you're going to keep planning anyway. That I'm going to keep moving along. I'm going to keep giving it my all. I'm going to have the grit, the resilience, the determination to give it my very, very best, knowing that I'm probably going to get knocked down, but I'm going to do what others aren't willing to do. I'm going to get back up. And essentially, at the end of the day, that's the biggest thing that separates those that win and those that lose. A champion is not someone who has never failed before. A champion is someone who fails over and over and over again, but refuses to give up, refuses to quit, refuses to stay down. They get back up. And I say it all the time. It is easier than ever to stand out from the crowd nowadays. Easier than any time I can ever remember. I'm 54 years old. And it's so easy to stand out because so few are willing to do what you need to do to stand out. And a lot of times it just comes down to that one more time, that one more try, that focus on that next play. So another thing I tell the kids on the bench all the time, maybe they goof up. Maybe they turn the puck over. Maybe they lose a puck battle in the corner. Maybe they lose, can't quite get it in the face-off dot. They keep losing the draws. I tell them, look, that's in the past. Don't keep focusing on the loss. Learn from it and focus on the next play. How you're going to go in there with more grit, more desire, more passion, more determination to win that puck battle in the corner, to win that face-off, to not turn the puck over. Now, of course, my son being a goalie, it's something I talk to goalies about because, goalies not only the last line of defense, but goalies, a lot of times, it's all about what's in their head. One night they can stop 50 shots and get a shutout. The next night, they give up 3 goals on 3 shots and couldn't stop a darn beach ball. It's just the reality of it. What I tell them is, look, maybe you should have had your stick down because they went 5-hole. Maybe you didn't have your angle the way it should have been. Maybe you weren't at the top of your crease. Well, you gave up a goal. Maybe it wasn't even your fault. Maybe it went off the defenseman's skate or they didn't clear the puck. Whatever. It's in the back of the net. Reflect on it. Think about what you could have done differently. Take a breath, count to 10, and now focus on the next one. Because if you keep focusing on the error, you keep focusing on the mistake, you're gonna be focusing on another mistake, because I tell the goalies, you keep focusing on the last one, before you know it, you're gonna be focusing on the next one and the next one after that, because the next 2 shots are going in. Think about it. Think what you could do better. Now focus on the next play and move on. The job for a goalie, stop that next shot. There you go. That's how you build that confidence. So focus on the next play in your life, whatever that may be. Regardless what you just went through, focus on getting to that next level. Focus on getting across that bridge. Number 2, recognize every small win. And I tell you, I am plenty guilty of not doing this. Meaning, on that quest to get over here, climb that summit, climb that mountain, win that championship, we forget to appreciate and respect and recognize and enjoy for the moment those small victories, because we're always moving. Okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And that's good. I mean, the one I said before about focus on the next play, whether it was a good or a bad experience to play before, well, take a little bit of time to focus on those wins, because we know those wins, how hard you had to fight for it, how much work you had to put in, how much desire, passion, and resilience, how many times you had to get back up, how many times you had to focus on that next step just to get moving forward. So when you achieve that level of success, recognize it. Now, that doesn't mean we sit back, relax, it's all done, I'm done, I got it, I achieved one small thing, and that's all I need. If you're still living, you're still breathing, you're still alive, you still got air in your lungs, and you need to be planning some more goals. Get the most out of every second, every minute of life. Players, when you're on the ice, get the most out of every second you're on the ice. But also, take that brief moment to celebrate those victories, because you're going to need that confidence. You're going to need that boost to help you overcome, inevitable battle that's coming. I've heard this before. In life, we're always in a battle, coming out of a battle, or about ready to go into another battle. So when you come out of a battle, enjoy that victory, because you're going to need that go-go juice. You're going to need that inspiration, that motivation to help you get through the next battle. That's just the reality of things. So savor the flavor, recognize every small win. Don't take them for granted, because they don't come that often. And back to Emmett here. He got his first varsity shutout a few weeks ago. Now, I was back in Illinois at our martial arts academy at the time, so I missed it. But he only had 15 shots on net, and that was his thing. Well, I only had 15 shots. I'm like, dude, it's your first varsity shutout. Now, I bring that up because, has it been 4 times now? He's carried a shutout late into the third period, and then they've scored on him. So it's been a work in progress getting that shutout. They don't come that often. They don't come they're not easy at all. So I said, I'm proud of you for being humble enough, saying, well, I had 15 shots. My defense did a great job. Yeah, always. The beautiful thing about hockey, and what I love, out of all 4 major sports, baseball, football, basketball, and hockey is almost like the stepchild, right? That's why it's such a brotherhood, because all the time, investment, energy, money that goes into playing the beautiful, wonderful game, the greatest game on earth, hockey. Other sports, all you need, basketball, you just need a hoop. You can put that up just about anywhere. Football, baseball, you just need a field. Well, hockey, you need ice. Yeah, and ice time is very limited. Plus, you got to buy all the equipment, and the kids outgrow the equipment. Seems like during mid-season, now need a new pair of skates. They're breaking sticks, and especially when they get older. Emmett just broke one of his goalie sticks the other day. And he was, I guess, kind of excited. He's only broke 2 or 3, but this was a true hazardous, and I don't know, he's not happy he broke it, but it's like, oh, you made a good save on it, and, the stick broke. But anyway, back to the shutout. They don't come that often or that easy, so celebrate those, be happy about it, but then be ready to move on to the next challenge and use that as your fuel. So when you have a setback, when you have a knockdown, when that mental bully in your mind tells you, oh, you're worthless, you're no good, all you do is lose, you got some ammo to come back. Wait a minute. No. I just got a shutout, man. Yeah, but you only had 15 shots. That doesn't matter. I got a shutout. Now, of course, I'm speaking in hypotheticals here, but apply that to anything that's going on in your life. You need that. You need that fuel to keep going. And I like to say your attitude is what fuels your effort. And that effort is what pushes you, that drives you to get to that next level. But if your attitude's crap, because, well, the mental bully's in there giving you a bad attitude, a bad mental attitude, you're not going to be able to go anywhere. So like you can't, on a flat tire, you can't go anywhere till you change it. Same thing with a bad attitude. If you don't change it, you're not going anywhere. Well, I guess you are going further down in the depths. You don't want to be there. That's not helping you get across that bridge. That's not helping you accomplish the goals, the dreams, the aspirations that you have. But you got to be willing to fight for it. Nothing in life is easy. And I had somebody, this was a little while ago, with, my book over there, Becoming Bully Proof. You can see it, and I'll show you a copy here. I'm blessed and honored. It's a bestseller, and I won several awards. And that was my big focus on, especially with the Martial Arts Academy, empowering kids and adults to be bully proof. Now, what bully proof is, it's all about that self-confidence, that belief in yourself to get back up, to fight another round. Well, I had somebody say, hey, I went to your channel and, I was a victim of bullying and I was scared, and I was as well. That's why I put so much heart and energy into this. And the reason I was bullied, and this is just important, the reason I was bullied is because I did not believe in myself. When you do not believe in yourself, when your self-worth, your self-confidence, when you have zero value, or you think you're zero value, you have zero value in who you are, you're going to be easily bullied. You're going to be taken advantage of. You're going to be manipulated. Well, with that being said, I realized all those years ago, I was allowing the bullying to happen to me because I didn't believe myself. I didn't value myself. I didn't respect myself. That is where it starts. You've got to have that self-respect and belief. Now, does it come easy? No. It's hard. It's really hard because it's so easy to play that victim card, have that victim mindset, have that, oh, poor pity me mindset. Well, that ain't going to get you there. So anyway, back to the person who visited my YouTube channel here. They saw some videos and they said, I was a victim of bullying and abuse, and I see your channel and I thought you were going to help me, but you scared me to death because you're in there saying, you got to get back up. You got to battle through. You can't give up on yourself. And that's not what I needed. I need somebody to coddle me. Well, here I'm telling you, I am not a clinical psychologist. And it's not that I don't care, but that is not my forte, baby. My whole thing is I'm going to give you everything I've got. I'm going to motivate and empower you to be your best, to believe in yourself, to get back up, to fight another round. Because eventually, well, I guess I can say eventually, you're going to face with another challenge, and you got to do it on your own because I'm not always going to be there. And that's the same lesson I told the kids in Martial Arts Academy. I'll give you everything I've got. But if a bully bullies you at school, Master Grogan isn't going to be there to beat the bully up. I can't beat up kids anyway. I guess I shouldn't. But you get my point. You got to be able to do that on your own. So this person, and it's kind of why I've moved forward, and I still do work with the bully proof, but it got to the point where it was bringing me down because I wanted to help, but I can't help anybody that's not willing to help themselves. And when you play that victim card, that entitled card, and the poor pity me card, that's not my thing. I'll give you what I've got, but I can't do it for you. That's why I've kind of shifted the Warrior Confidence Hockey, talking to favorite athletes on the planet, which are hockey players and leaders. I mean, these are guys that, the goalies, right? They got all the pads on and stuff, but they're still facing 80, 90-mile-an-hour shots. And you got other guys in there battling in the corner, getting hit with sticks, and games fast. I mean, I just love it. Those are battles. Those are warriors. That's who I want to empower. It's right in line. And I can speak the language after 50 years of being around the game. That brings me the true joy and excitement. And I still help. I kind of sidetrack there. And I've always got a point for telling this. One, that's why I'm coming at you the way I am. I want you to believe in yourself. And two, if you're trying to be something that really doesn't align with who you are, and it's just not making you feel great, maybe it's time you look in the mirror and reevaluate where you're at with things. And every time I say that, I hear people say, well, I can't just give up and quit. I've been doing this for this long and this long and this long. I'm not telling you to. I'm just saying, quit whining about the problem and do something about it. And if you're not willing to do something about it, then I can't help you. I know that sounds harsh, but guess what? Bam! That's a right hook of reality. There it is. And it's not that I don't care, but I promise you, I'm going to give you everything I've got, but you got to make the choice. I cannot do it for you. Woo! All right. Man, there's a couple shots there, right? Well, let me lead into our program, our How to Get More Ice Time program, just real quick. You'll see these hanging up at several different rinks here in Florida. It's a 45-minute masterclass video. It's Q&A style. Guys asking me all the questions on what all the years of being a coach, a player, and a parent, what I've seen. Oh, and I'm a referee as well. Just got the referee certification not too long ago. But anyway, what I've seen as a coach, a player, a parent, that helped me as a very small player, I was never the biggest, one of the shortest, smallest on most teams I played on, get the ice time. And then as a coach, what do I see that warrants ice time from kids? Now, at a younger level, when it's I guess it's always competitive, but I'm talking probably 12 and under if it's not a travel team. The focus is on development. But when you get up to like the teenage, 14, 16, 18, the AA, AAA, high school, man, it's all based on winning. And coaches, we're going to put the players out there that give us the best chance to win. It's not always the most talented. It's the one that's willing to go in those battles in the corners, the one's willing to block the shots, willing to back check. Anyway, that's basically what I talk about in that 45-minute masterclass is respect, work ethic, communication, leadership skills. We got that masterclass for only $9. $9. That's a limited time, but you can jump on that. There's a link in the description box. I also encourage you, pick up the masterclass, but then for a few dollars more, you get the empowering workbook and you get the ebook and an audible version of the ebook, which will help take you to that next level because it's all about accountability with that workbook. You fill it out, you sign your name to it, and now you are accountable to the work you just did. It's a mindset. Yeah. All right. So anyway, go to warriorconfidence.com, pick that baby up. Like I said, there's a link in the description box. Organizations, great for your teams. And we got a great referral partner program where you get 10% back on every program sold. So that's a great fundraiser for your organization. So if you're listening, if you're a team leader, coach, organizational leader, or the team manager, get a hold of me. We'll get this program set up. And not only your players get better, and you'll be known for having an organization of respectful, hardworking leaders that know how to communicate, but you also get 10% back on every program sold. So check it out. Good? All right, well, let's dive into number 3. Number 3, rise under pressure. Woo! Once again, you're able to do that, you're going to stand out because so few are willing to do it because it's tough. Setbacks, the failures, the challenges, the pressure of performing in the big game, the pressure of living up to your expectations, the pressure of living up to the standards that you've set, the coaches have set, or your mentor has set for you. That's tough. It's easier just to say, you know what, I'm just going to go along with everybody else. I'm just going to put forth half an effort. I don't want to stand out. And if that's what you want to do, that's fine. That is fine. I'm probably not the right mentor, guide, coach for you. My whole thing is I've got limited time here. You got limited time. Let's take advantage of what we've got and make the best out of it. But you got to rise to the challenge. You got to rise above the pressure. You got to rise above the setback. You got to rise above whatever has been holding you back and holding you down. Can you do it? You gosh darn right you can do it. But the $1 million question is, are you going to do it? Now, I believe you. If you said yes, maybe go in the comments and say, I'm doing it. I believe you because I have no reason not to believe you. But I want you to believe enough in yourself. So if you say it, gosh darn it, do it. A little mantra. I actually was listening to some videos not too long ago, and it reminded me of it. I haven't talked about it in a while, but we used to have at the Martial Arts Academy, I can and I will. I've added a couple onto that. So the I can is, I can do this. Yes, I can do this. I've got the ability. I've got the work ethic. I've got the discipline. I can do this. And then next, I will do this. Yes. Why? Because I can, and I know I will, because I want what's at the end there. So I can, I will. Well, I added on there, I must. So I can, I will, I must. I must do this because I want to achieve that level of success. I must do this because others are counting on me. I must do this because I've been granted a gift and I want to utilize that gift to its fullest ability. And the last one I kind of added, I shall have. So I can, I will, I must, and I shall have what I'm working for. but I got to be willing to do things that others aren't willing to do. And like I mentioned, the 3 tips: focus on the next play, recognize every small win to keep you going, and then rise under pressure. That's when champions are really formed, those that can handle the pressure. Yeah. Now, courage, there's an old saying, courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is feeling the fear, feeling the pressure, but still moving forward anyway. And that's what builds warrior confidence. Not just confidence, man. Confidence is such a fragile thing. Warrior confidence. And that warrior confidence is that mindset, that heart, that understanding, that attitude that I'm going to have setbacks, but I'm going to battle through. I'm going to have that heart of a warrior. I'm going to have that attitude of excellence. I'm going to have that mindset of a champion. And I'm going to put forth everything I've got with the work ethic of an underdog to get, to achieve, to accomplish what I want most. That's the attitude. You got it? You doggone right you do. So once again, in the comments, put a fire in there, especially if you've hung around this long. Most people don't hang around this long. Oh, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of people, they quit halfway through. Things get tough. But you're part of that 1%. And I'm blessed. I'm proud of you. And I'm honored. So if you've made it this far, make sure you drop a 100 in the comments. Let me know that, man, you made it this far. Drop that fire emoji in there. And if anything else, man, tell your personal story. Everybody's got a story. Yours is unique to you. But I'd love to read it. I'd love to learn more about you. So drop that baby in the comments. And by all means, if you found value in this and you were empowered and motivated, this is our Winning Warrior Friday. Woohoo! We're going to blast into the weekend. If you found value in this, please share it with someone else. Please listen to it again. You're always going to pick up on things you missed the first time. Man, I'm just throwing right hooks and left uppercuts coming at you. Boom, bang, boom. You probably missed something. Good. All right. Well, hey, I showed you last episode. We are getting close. It's a manuscript for the How to Get More Ice Time, a champion's playbook for winning with integrity on and off the ice. So I met last night with the interior editor, and we went over design, layout, and all those things. We're getting close. Still shooting for December launch date. I was initially shooting for December 10th. We may have to push it back a week. We'll have to see how long this internal interior layout design thing takes. But, man, we're getting close, and I'm super excited. So make sure you're following online, Real Rich Grogan, across all social media platforms, and our new Facebook group. And it's starting to grow. I think it's only a week or 2 old now, is Warrior Confidence Hockey. What do I call that? Now, there'll be a link in the description box. I changed it up. Lead with integrity. There we go. Get ice time and lead with integrity. Good. All right. Well, folks, I truly can't thank you enough for spending time with me. From the bottom of my heart, it means the world to me. Please share, comment, ring that bell on YouTube so you're notified of every new video coming out. I'm going to start doing more YouTube shorts and doing the TikTok, TikToks and Reels and all those things, just so I can get this message out to you more and more. Another peek at my wall. And if you're just listening on a podcast app, go to YouTube so you can see the wall back there. Yes, I'm a big Blues fan. But I also got my Mike Ruzioni Team USA jersey over there. And one of my favorite pictures of all time is right there. The 1980 Miracle on Ice team. That's when they beat the Soviet Union. And then 2 days later, they beat Finland to win the gold medal. All right. I'm excited. I get goosebumps every time I talk about that. Maybe I'll talk about more on that on the next show. All right, folks. Thank you for your time. I'm blessed and honored. God loves you. I love you. Please get out there, be your best, and share that love. Share your gift with the world. And until we talk again, you do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. God bless you. God bless your loved ones. Can't wait to read your comments, and I can't wait to chat with you again real soon. Have a blessed day, everybody. I look forward to seeing you at the rink. Bye-bye. Thank you so very much for being a part of the Warrior Confidence Unleashed podcast. I am truly grateful for your time. If you found value in this message, please kindly share it with someone else who could also benefit from it, especially teenagers and adult athletes and leaders who are serious about getting noticed, getting more playing time, and leadership roles. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share your comments with us, and we truly appreciate your 5-star reviews, as that helps spread the message even further. Stay connected with us throughout the week on all social media platforms at Real Rich Grogan. And visit our website at warriorconfidence.com for access to all our programs and books. The links are in the description box. Thank you again for your time, and I can't wait to chat with you again real soon. Have a blessed day. God bless. Parents, are you frustrated seeing your superstar sit on the bench, getting overlooked and passed over for ice time and leadership roles? I personally know that heartbreaking pain. Well, that frustration ends today. Introducing our How to Get More Ice Time program, the amazing one-of-a-kind program for youth and teenage hockey players that helps them get what they want most, more playing time and more opportunities. And today, exclusive offer, we're selling this thing for only $9. $9. It's a no-brainer. But you got to act now because this offer won't last. And if you don't do anything, nothing's going to change. So go to warriorconfidence.com. That's warriorconfidence.com, or simply click on the link in the description box. Buy the program today and help your child get what they want most, more ice time. I want to mention this amazing nutritional company that I've partnered with called Live Pure. And I've been sampling their products for the past 12 months, and I feel 100% confident giving Live Pure my full endorsement. That's why I'm sharing it with you now. My personal nutrition, health, wellness, weight loss, and muscle tone have all improved dramatically. I mean, all the products are third-party lab tested, 100% clean, pure, and natural. They're a Christian-based company with over 17 years of improving lives. So check out the link in the description box to learn more and to get preferred partner pricing.